We now proceed to item B3, which is a report regarding the monthly financial investment report for May 2016. Dr. Gonzalez. I'm sorry.
Item B2.
B2, I apologize. It's report regarding FM&O projects. Dr. Gonzalez.
Yes, sir. This evening, we bring this monthly report from the Facilities Maintenance and Operation Department about construction projects, both underway and completed throughout the district. And Dr. Barrera and Ruben Trevino are here to walk us through this month's projects.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening, Board of Trustees and Dr. Gonzalez. This evening, we bring a monthly report, and I've got Mr. Ruben Trevino with us here so that we can go ahead and begin this monthly report, and I'll change it as you need.
Good afternoon. This is the monthly report, and being that it's the last board meeting of the fiscal year, I've included certain items on here. It's a little longer than normal. That will entail some of the activities that went on through the past 10 months at the within the FMO department. The first slide you'll see the completed work orders along with the submitted work orders over the past 10 months. We were averaging a little over 1,000, 1,100, 1,050 a month on completed work orders. Some of the highlights from the department for the year, we were able to purchase some new mowers, brand new John Deere 5055 tractor with the flex wing shredder, 5 new F-150 trucks, 3 scrubbers for the high schools that they will start using here pretty soon, and 4 new grounds trailers for the grounds department that were needed. Also, some of the equipment, we were able to purchase a portable stage to replace an older stage that we were currently using. We purchased an additional floor covering system to be able to transport to each of the schools when needed to protect our gym floors mostly. And we also implemented the Teamworks work order system, which will be in full swing come August with all the campuses.
May I interject?
Yes, sir.
On the gym floors, how many of them actually have them? Do all our middle schools, high schools, or is that a phase?
There is one
project?
high school, I believe, that has one, which is Rowe, and we're having to move it, and an old floor cover that's at FMO that's taken everywhere. And there's been instances where 2 or 3 schools require the same covering that same day, or if not, some schools will have one evening event versus another morning event, and we'll have to shift employees to work late that evening, take it down, put it up at the next school, or come in early in the morning.
Is there plans to buy another one? Because I bring it up because I've seen it, and it's a good system, but I think there might be the situation you described.
There's plans to purchase another one. If budget allows this coming year.
Okay.
And we'll plan on purchasing another one.
Thank you, sir.
How expensive are they? How expensive are they?
They were in this particular one came with a rack, came with the different rolls and the electronic winder. I believe it's running in the $2,700 range, depending on all the components that you add to it. They will vary. The next work slide here is the security doors were completed at all the 20 campuses. The fire alarm replacement for 5 campuses, which 3 of them are nearing completion already, and 2 of them are being currently starting to get worked on, Seguin and Houston. The science lab safety upgrades that were completed throughout the year for 47 labs that included the safety components. The next slide is the...
Excuse me, before we go on. There's 47 science labs at the high schools. That included the eye wash showers, the fire blankets, the fire aid kits, the chemical spill kit, the glass disposal containers, and the goggle sanitizing cabinets. Was that already in existence, or these are replacement, or these were a combination of replacement and placing them in rooms that didn't have them?
They were a combination of both.
Okay.
Yes.
And the cost of that was that 900,000?
It's on the safety equipment alone. It's on one of the other slides that I've got.
Okay. But if it's on ahead, I don't want to take it out of sequence.
Close to 70,000.
I'm sorry?
70,000 for the safety equipment only.
Okay, thank you.
One of the other projects that we started and finished on the classroom side was a replacement of carpets in the classroom areas that totaled approximately 55,000 square feet. Those were done in-house along with a subcontractor. The Memorial Girls Locker Room High School area was also completed during this year, the remodeling in that area. The construction projects, the other one is McAllen High School cooling towers, which was completed as well during the school year. The transportation addition, which was also finished during the school year. The Rowe High School synthetic turf, which was also completed a couple of months back. We also had completed projects, which were several AC units that got installed at the different schools. You can see some of them are McAllen High School, Navarro, Alvarez, McAuliffe, Travis, and the transportation building. We also had the ice storage containers that were the original containers over at Lamar. We had those removed as well. Of course, we had the district parking lot fire lane striping throughout, and the removal of the portable buildings that were over behind the administration building. We also have the high ceiling area still ongoing. It's on schedule, and we've been going through all the campuses throughout the year.
Mr. Trujillo, I'm sorry, on the district parking lots and the striping, are you on like a 4 or 5 year schedule where we do everything?
On the fire lanes?
On the parking lots, I'm sorry.
Parking lot and fire lanes, we do them both together.
Okay.
Except for right now, we're getting a head start on the fire marshal inspections, the fire department. So some of the fire lanes that they require us to redo, we'll go ahead and redo, and then we send the crew back to do the parking lot striping.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask it correctly. Is that done every year for every school?
Every year, we try to upgrade them and get them ready.
Okay.
Whatever's not completed during the summer due to weather or the scheduling will get completed during the Christmas holidays.
I didn't realize we did them every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
The power washing team has finished all the playground areas and are now going campus by campus on a schedule, power washing the sidewalks, the entrances, the main entrances to all the schools. Some of the other completed projects were the AC unit replacements that some of them were the chillers, along with the additional units that were purchased through FMNO and installed by FMNO staff. The Memorial Girls Locker Room storage shelving, that has been completed and is already done and being used. Some of the other completed projects that took place at the beginning of the year were the remodeling of the tennis portables for both Memorial High School and Rowe, the academic portable that was relocated for the Achieve Early College High School over at the STC campus.
I'm sorry, and those tennis portables, is it just one big room, or is there like changing rooms and storage
It's
lockers?
two different rooms that's used as changing and the storage area for equipment. The other completed projects for the portable area were the portables at Navarro were completely redone on the outside and re-roofed. The administration portables were also completely re-roofed as well. And we are doing the current portable that we have to the north on the northeast side of administration. That's going to be the new offices for student support services that we're currently working on as one of our summer projects, with 4 or 5 different offices with a reception area and remodeling everything in there. The completed projects also include the academic portables moved into Kathy earlier in the year. And this Thursday, we're planning on moving the 2 portables that are going to be going to IB, Lamar campus. Permits are in place. Everything is ready to go. Weather permitting, they'll be moving them on Thursday. And we'll also continue working on the remodeling of the 3 current portables that are there now that we've been working on for the past couple of weeks over at Lamar. Some of the anticipated projects for this summer for FMO staff are the McAllen tennis court repair, the painting district-wide parking lot striping, remodeling of the portable I just mentioned for student support services. We've got portable relocations, the 2 going to Lamar and 2 going to Morris Middle School. The 2 going to Morris Middle School are coming out of Travis, and that should happen within the next couple of weeks as well. We also have whiteboard installations, the additional fire alarms projects that are going on, the Roll High School roof replacement, the Memorial Turf project, the Milam Pavilion replacement, and also the carpet replacement project, which involves a little over 80 to 90,000 square feet of carpet that we have a board agenda item that will be before you in a further down the agenda.
Mr. Trevino, let me
Yes.
interrupt you real quick. On the road roofing, we're getting into July and we haven't started yet. So does that mean that during the school year, they're going to be replacing the roof as well?
Yes, sir. That contract, I believe, is about 350 to 360 days, almost a full year. So the project will,
It's in phases.
it's going to happen throughout
Do
the
we know
year.
when we're starting that project?
The company is submitting their documents to the architect's office, and once it's approved, they should be starting here in the next couple of days. They've already signed off, submitted all their contractual executed documents, everything's ready to go.
Mr. President, since we had a break, on the tennis courts, is that a joint venture with the city since they use that as well?
On the McAllen tennis courts?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. We went back and reviewed the memorandum of understanding that's currently in place. And we got different quotes to meet the procurement guidelines. And we currently issued a PO about a week ago to a local contractor that will be doing the repairs at McAllen.
It's a replacement of the fence, right? Because I saw the whole fence down.
Yes.
But
they're gonna have
I thought when we did the last time that we did the actual playing surface, the city paid for half of that. Or am I wrong on that?
No, that's right. History, little bit of history, yes, they did, and they also helped out with the lights. It was a joint venture back then, and then years later, the city came back and redid the lighting system to go ahead and, because they do cover the bills for that.
Okay, but the fencing, they don't. That's on us. I'm just curious why that wouldn't be. Okay. Also, on the Memorial Artificial Turf, I noticed we haven't started yet, and I'm really concerned we're not going to be done anytime soon. Where are we on that?
We are pending some questions. We should have the contract finalized by tomorrow. We met this afternoon with Ms. Gietz over at Allison Hall.
Okay.
The contractor submitted an addendum to your typical AIA contract, and some of the items on the addendum we weren't going to approve them as an owner, or Ms.
Okay.
Gietz wasn't.
So if he approves it tomorrow at Allison Hall, how soon can we start?
If tomorrow the contracts are executed, once they are fully executed, then we will be able to issue a notice to proceed, which I would think would probably be Wednesday or Thursday.
So we're putting completion probably, the end of August or mid-September?
Completion is going to be mid-August to the end of August, weather permitting.
I'm sorry, say that again? Mid-August?
Mid to late August, weather permitting.
Wow.
Yes.
On the Milam Pavilion 2, I know there's been a lot of discussion on that one. Is that one going to be
The Milan
done over
Pavilion
summer?
has been in design, and due to the weather, the past 2 weeks, the drilling truck for the geotech was not able to get due to the flooding in the Milam area. I don't know if you all noticed the standing water there for several days. in that major vicinity where the truck needs to come in and perform the geotech. We did not have any previous geotech results for that particular campus, so we had to wait for those results to come in. In conversations with the design engineer, they were going to place a call today to see if they could get some data so that they could start finalizing the footings, which shouldn't take long. Anticipating by the end of the week, the design should be complete.
Will it be done this summer?
Fully complete? No. It'll slide into the beginning of the year, but that should not be a problem. I think that in some of the other canopy project, not canopy, but pavilion projects, they were worked on at the other campuses during the year as well.
Will the kids have access to outside and all that?
They'll have access to the outside area. They'd just be a controlled construction fenced-in area.
Okay. And then the memorial question I was going to look for is probably for our AD. We can't accommodate all the teams at Memorial football in that practice field, or can we?
Yes.
We can?
We can.
Okay.
All right, Trustee Footing.
The whiteboard installation, which 3 campuses will be getting those?
We're looking at whiteboards being installed at Gonzales. We're currently installing at McAllen, and Brown is also getting some, along with little numbers here and there, but the main big numbers are those campuses.
Gonzales, Brown, and
McAuliffe.
McAuliffe. All right, thank you, sir.
Any other questions from the board? I have a question on the science lab upgrades. This is the figure I was looking for. It's $800,000 that we've budgeted to upgrade the science labs, and I see it's design. That's what's listed on the side. I thought we were beyond the design on the science labs.
On the previous meeting that we had, there were several discussions that took place whether to remodel one lab and have the classes funnel through that one lab at each high school. And that's where we currently, Ms. Arcaute, myself, Dr. Barrera, we had been meeting back and forth, and that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
If the schedule allows it, that is probably the way that we're going to go to.
Again, these are at the high school level.
Yes.
And it also includes Lamar Academy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But it would not include the Achieve Early College High
No.
School since they use the labs
They
at
use
the
the SEC
STC.
labs. Yes.
So the 3 comprehensive high schools and the Lamar Academy are the science labs we're looking at.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Just to
Mr.
clarify, that does, when you're saying science upgrades, it's not safety features, it's talking about burners, housing use, technology to take
That,
these, right?
the discussions that we had before was to completely revamp one main science lab, bring it up to date with the latest equipment.
Got it.
You know, from your storage areas, your fume hoods, your everything.
And again, for clarity, it's 1 per the 3 comprehensive high schools
Yes.
and the Lamar, so it's 4 science labs. All right, thank you. Any other questions from the Board of Trustees? So we're looking at $7.2 million in projects that the board has either approved or contracts are in negotiation. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, that's on the last slide. The slide before that is what has already been either completed or nearing completion or on contract already with funds that have been encumbered for this year, which is the 7,882,000. And our carry forward projects is the last slide, which includes some of the ongoing projects. And these are some of the numbers that will carry on that are already on next year's budget.
And that, okay, so actually it's 7.8 and then an additional 7.2?
Yes, sir.
So it's a 14.4 roughly, plus or minus, 14,200,000 plus?
Yeah.
Very good. Very active.
Mr. President?
Yes, sir, Mr. Olivato.
Just 2 questions. One, I noticed on the kitchen upgrade in the service line extension, it says ongoing, but there's no discussion. Have we started those? It's on the FMO.
Kitchen upgrade?
Yes, sir.
The equipment has been ordered and is scheduled for delivery
Okay.
in mid-August. And the electrical upgrades, we're just pending finalizing the contract. and the notice to proceed for that will be July the 5th.
Okay, so
So
mid-August, that gives enough time to install and all that?
Yes.
Perfect. And then the last question, I think we got you off track. You're going to discuss the additional projects for summer, the huts, the security huts at the high school stuff, great. There is one there at Memorial when you first drive in. It's right there by the gym. So, and everything else is blocked out, so you can see, you control everything at that one. Mac High, it's also off the parking lot. The one at Row, though, is in one parking lot, and you're not able to see, you're not able to control the other side, like where the school people park, there where the buses are. So I know there is discussion there to relocate that. Is that included in this price, or are we just upgrading the existing one?
We're just upgrading the existing huts that are there
Okay.
now.
Because that part of the idea, Dr. Gonzalez, is to have better control of students going by.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to just recommendation, just as that one, particularly at Row, you don't have access to all lines of the parking lot. It's in the first one.
In discussions with Chief Esquivel, the one at Row is the only one that would be moved, and it would be moved to the southeast corner, where there used to be some of the gates are still there, the pipe gates,
Yes, sir.
so that we're able to monitor all the traffic going behind the school. Because
Right.
where it currently sits, it's inside the student parking lot, and it does
It
no
doesn't do
good.
anything. Yeah, right.
So we've already scheduled with AP
That was my question. Okay.
to remove the electrical, demo that one, and we'll have plans to put up a new,
I know you have a million things going on,
Portable
so,
hut.
yeah.
AC, right?
yes.
All huts will have AC.
Oh, they will have AC. Wow.
Very good. Any other questions from the board? Notice a lot of fire alarm systems being upgraded. Morris, Wilson, Escandon, in addition to what you're already doing at Rome.
Yes, sir. And we're following the priority list that was presented at the beginning of the school year.
Where are we in regards to the chiller priority list and the fire alarm priority list? Are we on track with
Yes,
what we
sir.
projected year to year?
We have 6 additional chillers that are going to be coming on, which are the next 6 in line, and one more fire alarm that's currently in design by half, along with the intercom system for Bonham Elementary, and that is about 98 to 99% complete. We met last week, and we're ready to approve the plans and move forward with the bidding.
Now, when we meet on the 14th of July with our auditor, is all this information going to be already updated into that model, or is this going to be separate after we review the workshop on the 14th?
I will probably send her the information, and they'll probably update it by then.
All right, thank you, sir.
The
Any
last
other
question, yes, sir, I'm
questions?
sorry. The Mac High paving, is that the actual parking lot, or is that Bulldog Drive, or?
That is Bulldog Drive, that we set some monies aside for the drives over in front of Milam, the parking lot area at Morris, and Bulldog Drive at McAllen.
From this street all the way to the end?
Yes.
Wow, good.
Yes. So we're going to try and work on that during the year, have the designs ready, have everything bidded out to have a target start date of June, as soon as school is out, next coming year. But we already have it in the budget.
Any other questions from the trustees?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your report, Mr. Trevino, Dr. Barrera.